Hey guys, I wanted to give you a look at my 65-gallon freshwater aquarium. I saw a lot of videos, dozens and dozens on YouTube when I was thinking about getting into this hobby, and I found a lot of inspiration, and I got all kinds of ideas from different YouTube users who are fish keepers, and I sort of took ideas and inspiration from different people and then added it to some of my own interests and my own taste, and did a lot of studying. And when I was ready, bought my tank and I started putting it together and cycling the water, and here I am. It was all worth the effort. You know, fish keeping it's more like a science. It's a hobby, but there's a lot of detail, a lot to learn, and you're always learning. Talk to a lot of people who have been in the hobby for many years, and you know, they're always getting new lessons and new surprises. It's part of the hobby, and it's a lot of fun. It's worth the effort. I love coming home and turning on the lights, feeding my fish, watching them interact. I'm not going to go too much into detail in this video. I want to make a checklist of all the things that I should say to share with you guys, because I picked off a lot of knowledge from different people on forums and YouTube, so kind of feel I should give back and explain what I've learned. There was some mistakes and heartache in the very beginning that definitely you shouldn't repeat what I did, and I can definitely communicate those talking points. But right now I just want to give like a brief preview here, give you a look at my tank now that the water is great, it's clear, and all my fish are doing well and getting along. Got like my Egyptian ancient wonderland feel here. Made these ornaments into caves because otherwise you're just taking up space. You might as well make something the fish can use to hide or lay eggs, or just kind of get out of the light if they don't feel like being in the light. So I used the Dremel and made holes in these ornaments. I mean, what's the use if the fish can't use it? There's a mix of real plants and fake plants in here. Again, giving fish places to hide, getting out of the line of sight of each other, because sometimes they'll tend to fight if certain fish are in each other's face, up in each other's grill too often. Guppies like to hang out toward the top and middle. These Bolivian rams, they kind of all claimed a little territory. Different parts of the tank. There's a dwarf gurami there, probably the biggest fish in the tank, right there. There's another dwarf gurami back there, powder blue variety. I think this is just called the gold variety. There's a male marble molly. That's kind of like one of the leaders of this tank. There's a tangerine lyra-tail molly, also kind of one of the leaders. Good strong fish. They're both males, but they don't fight at all. There's a Dalmatian molly in here that the tangerine doesn't mess with, but the marble one always pushes him around, but it's not a fight to the death. He just kind of tells him, get out of here. And there is a platinum molly that was in the shot a minute ago, and she's pregnant because the black one took care of business. And interestingly, he knows she's pregnant, I think, because it doesn't bother her anymore. There's a platy. That one is supposed to be a male molly, but it behaves and looks more like a platy, so I have a sneaky suspicion that it's maybe a cross. I just saw the marble molly again back there, but she went out of my sight. There's a few more fish around here that are, there's the marble down there in that crevice coming back to the other side. There's a few more fish in here that are just kind of being camera shy, I guess you could say. Guppies. And there's some endlers in there, two different strains of endlers. I got a few that look like that. Hey, that wasn't a very good example. Here. Well, that's a guppy right there. Here, I have a few that look like this. If we'll slow down, I can show you the tail. And then let's see if I can track down one of the other ones. There we go. See, just a different strain. They came from different pet shops. And so it's really interesting seeing them interact. You never know how much personality fish have until you get your own and you observe them long enough. I can kind of predict what some of them are going to do when another fish comes near them or when it's feeding time. And they're really, really interesting animals. Look at this side. Got 2 filters running. Definitely the smartest thing I did was get a second filter because it really cleared up the water and got rid of the cloudiness, and I just think it makes for a healthy environment. That one has a filter on the top and the bottom. It's the Penguin 350. And then I got a second one there. So I'm over-filtrating here, which is definitely the way to go. Don't even think about that. Spend on the filtration. Spend more on the filtration. Overdo it. You won't have to clean quite as much, and you'll notice a difference in the water clearing up. Didn't get too many shots at the fish I wanted to show you. There's my blue ram. Probably my centerpiece fish right there. Very pretty. Thought it was a male, but turns out actually might be a female. So that's my tank. Look for another video soon. I'm gonna explain what I got, where I bought it from, and the things I learned with acclimating the fish, what fish can go with what, water parameters, and just some other little details that you wouldn't know about until you bought fish and started caring for them. And then I'll share all that stuff, and then if you have any questions or comments for this one, please go ahead, and then expect a better video that I'm going to write some talking points to make sure that I cover everything, all the technical stuff. But this was just a sneak preview. Wanted to show you what the tank looks like. And I'm going to sign off until the next video. Thanks for watching.